Hello, hope you're having a great day. Now, in some ways, it feels like I've basically started again in terms of my ability or lack of ability to get up at 7:30 in the morning. It's been over a week now since I've actually been able to get up at 7:30 and stay up and crack on with my morning routine. Now, granted, most of the time I'm sort of getting up at 8, quarter past 8, half 8, whereas, if I was actually starting again, then I would just be laying in bed every morning until 10, 11 or whatever. So I understand it's not quite starting again, but in some ways it does feel like I'm starting again in terms of the fact that I lay there and I've got this inability to get up. It's like I've lost control of my limbs. I'm laying there fully aware that I need to get up, fully aware that if I don't get up, I'm going to feel bad about not getting up, laying there fully wanting to get up. Even a lot of the time laying there, not even feeling tired. It's not even like, I'm feeling tired. It's just I'm laying there knowing that I need to get up, knowing that I want to get up and just not able to move. It's mad. It's like I've lost the ability to move until, at some point I snap out of it and then actually just get up. And then after that, I'm fine. It's absolutely mad. But it's just sort of become a real battle again to get up. And, I say it's like starting again, but again, I appreciate it's not quite like I'm starting again. And I'm really grateful that now, this is just a lull period, although there are thoughts in my mind at times where I'm kind of thinking, is it now impossible for me to get up? Like, is that it? Like, I know that that's not true. I know that this is a lull. I know that it is possible for me to get back into the habit of getting up. Every time that I do get up, and then like this morning, for instance, when I'm going for my walk around the block, I'm feeling like, it's the right thing to do. I'm glad that I'm out on my walk, even though a couple of times in the last week or so, my mind's persuaded me not to bother going for my walk. And, whilst I'm laying in bed, struggling to get up, I'm kind of dreading going for my walk around the block. But, once I start getting going, I know that I'm doing the right thing and I'm glad that I'm going through my morning routine, glad that I'm going for my walk, glad that I'm writing in my gratitude journal when I get back and glad that I'm, having a meditation session. It's just whilst I'm laying in bed, like, even though my mind knows that I need to get up and I want to get up, I just somehow have the inability to get going. And like most things in life, it's the getting going that's the only real battle. Like going to the gym. The only real battle in terms of going to the gym is getting myself in the car and making my way to the gym. Once you get to that stage, everything else takes care of itself, doesn't it? But yeah, today was another morning where I didn't get up at 7:30. I got out of bed at 8:15, so not the end of the world, but still a failure in my eyes. And yeah, I really just can't wait to get back to a point where I'm getting up at 7:30 every day, because I know that it's key in terms of me keeping this life going. It's key in terms of me being proud of myself, and key in terms of me staying as productive as I can. But yeah, it's just not happening at the moment. Now, admittedly, last night I didn't go to bed exactly early. Like, we got back from Kat's parents quite late, and by the time I'd actually got to bed, it was gone midnight. I also struggled to actually fall asleep last night, but that might be because I had too much of a lie-in yesterday. So, all these things are a cycle, aren't they? I need to start getting to bed earlier, and then I need to start getting into the habit of getting up on time. And this is all stuff that I know. This is all stuff I've said so many times before. And, saying it is one thing and actually doing it is another. But as I always say, I will stress that overall, I'm in a way better place than I ever have been. I'm grateful for where I'm at. It's just that, the mornings it's always going to be something that I struggle with. I can see that it's always going to be something that I struggle with, which is to be expected, because it's something that I've never, ever tried to tackle other than, in the last year and a bit. Like, my whole life, I've just been lazy and not been able to get up in the morning, going right back to when I was at school. As I think I mentioned in yesterday's video, I would literally get out of bed, gone past the time that I was supposed to be at school, and my school was an hour bus ride away. And then when I got my first day job, I chose to do 2 p.m. till 10 p.m. As my shift, just because I was utterly unable to get up any time before sort of 11 a.m. in the morning earliest. So yeah, getting up is a real struggle in general, but for the last week it's just seemed that little bit more impossible. But the way I kind of look at things is, things do come and go in waves, right? Even my addiction has always gone in waves. I would go through stages where I wasn't doing anything. Then there'd be stages where I'm just doing everything, smoking weed every day, smoking cigarettes every day, drinking multiple days a week and doing cocaine at the weekend, and popping pills and whatnot as well, and now and again. There'd be phases where I'm doing nothing, phases where I'm doing everything, and then different phases in between. There'd be phases where I might be smoking weed every day but never drinking and never sniffing cocaine. There might have been phases where I was not smoking weed every day but drinking at the weekend. Phases where I'm not smoking weed every day but and not really drinking alcohol, but getting on cocaine at the weekend. So I understand that everything in life comes and goes in phases, and even in terms of how some people approach their fitness and stuff, and their diets, right? It's not something I personally do much, but you see people that go on bulks, so where they're eating loads and then training really hard, and then they'll have a period of cutting where they'll still be training hard but they'll be eating less. Even the way the world works, right? We have seasons, so I sort of see the whole world as going in and out of phases. So I'm okay with the fact that I go through phases where certain things are easier for me, and then I go through phases where certain things are harder for me. And yeah, I am okay with that, as long as over time I am getting better and better and better at everything, which I am. If you looked at if you took a step back and looked at a timeline, in general I'm still better at getting up in the morning than I was before, even when you look at a week like this where I've failed to get up at 7:30 every day, because most mornings I am getting up at 8:15, 8:30. That's a failure, whereas in the past a failure was getting up at 1 p.m, say, and then every day I would get up at 10, 11 a.m. So, I understand that these things come in phases. I understand that the whole world works in phases and cycles, and I'm grateful that over time I am still getting better and better and better at everything. It's just that I don't want to focus on that kind of thing too much, because I don't want to be okay with me failing to get up at 7:30 for, every day now for a whole week. But yeah, this morning again was another struggle in terms of getting up. But today I've got a very busy day planned. I need to get round to my other garage. I need to clean my favourite car and bring that home here, because we're taking it to an event late afternoon today. But I'd also, whilst I'm round at the other garage, like to finish filming a video that I've already started shooting. I've actually been filming in between other videos, because yeah, if I can finish that video as well as get my favourite car cleaned and bring it home, that's just going to be key to what my plans are in terms of bringing out videos and stuff in the next few days. So yeah, that is the plan. But I have already been for my walk today. I've written in my gratitude journal, obviously, already had a meditation, and now I need to bang out a workout. And on Monday mornings, I think I do arms and chest. Yep, arms and chest. Now I want to bang out this workout quickly so that I can crack on with everything else I need to do and get my day going. I'm going to do push-ups. I'll do the triceps extensions behind my head and bicep curls. Normally with the bicep curls, I use a heavier weight than with the triceps extensions, but because I've got this pain in my elbow recently, I'm going to use the same weight for the biceps that I do for the triceps. But yeah, 3 exercises, 2 sets of each, as usual. Let's bang it out. Hello. So it's actually the next day because I was so busy yesterday daytime and into the evening that I didn't pick the camera up again for this vlog. But basically I went round to my other garage and I wasn't able to finish the video that I've been working on for ages because I realised that because I didn't have a phone, I wasn't able to tell what the time was. So I decided to dive straight into cleaning my favourite car so that I could then bring that home. And then we basically left pretty much straight away after I got back home to go out for the evening to the car meet that we were going to. In fact, when I'd sort of finished washing the car at the other garage and I put fuel in it on the way home, I didn't know what time it was. And when I was in the garage, it was 3:20 and I'd kind of planned to be home at like 3, half 3. So then it was like a mad drive home. Got here at sort of 10 to 4 and the guys that were meeting me here at home had just turned up, so it wasn't too bad. Just meant I had to quickly get changed and then we went out for our evening, convoying to a car meet, stopping off at a couple of places, meeting up with other petrol heads, and it was an awesome evening. And I've said before that at these events, people recognise me and stuff, which is really weird, but I get a lot of positivity from people that see me at these car meets and stuff, praising me for my videos. There's a couple of guys that purchased some stickers off me, which is, a massive help in terms of me keeping this life going. And yeah, it just puts me in a situation where I'm sort of forced to get out of my natural introverted ways and focus more on being an approachable guy that people happen to watch on the internet. And a lot of the time I'm sort of focusing on putting them in a comfortable position. I can sort of sense when people are nervous coming up to talk to me, which is like alien because it's normally the other way around. But I say it's alien, but it's something that I understand. So it's something that I want to help them with in that situation. I want to make them feel comfortable because I know how uncomfortable it is talking to strangers because that's how I am naturally myself. But I get a lot out of meeting people at these car meets and stuff, people that recognise me, people that watch my videos. I get a lot out of it in terms of positivity, which keeps me going, keeps me thinking that, making these videos and living this YouTuber lifestyle is the right thing to do. But I also get a lot out of it, getting out of my shell and getting myself away from my natural introverted ways, being more social, which is very awkward. But as I say, sort of gets me in a position where I can kind of help other people with their sort of social anxiety, if you will. So yeah, it was an awesome evening and we ended up getting back here super late. But then I ended up, chatting to a couple of the guys that we were out with actually on the internet through Instagram, which meant that I went to bed super late. But inevitably I've ended up getting up late again today. But I'll make another video that you can see tomorrow based on today. But I just wanted to, film this clip to finish the video from yesterday. I didn't want it to be another video where I didn't make an outro. But yesterday was a busy and productive and a good day. It's just getting to bed early and getting up in the mornings is becoming a real issue lately. But still grateful to be living this clean and healthy life that I'm living, and grateful that I am in the best shape of my life. So I need to now go and crack on with today, which you'll be able to see in tomorrow's video if you would like to tune in and follow my day. But for now, massive thanks to everyone who's tuned into this video. As always, feel free to get in touch through my social media or drop me an email or just put a comment below this video. But other than that, I'll chat to you tomorrow.